It's... Wait a minute. Sonny and Cher. February 2nd. It's Groundhog Day! Yes, that means I get to talk about one of my favorite movies of all time. And yes, I'm going to record the whole thing right here. What's going on, everybody? JT Born here. Welcome to another edition of After the Movie, and happy Groundhog Day, a holiday that nobody gave a shit about until the movie came out. Nah, I'm just kidding. Unless you're in Punxsutawney, whatever. Actually, I did look up the thing today, and apparently he didn't see a shadow, which means we're going to have an early spring, which is great because, I don't know about you, but where I'm at, it's been one of the coldest past couple of weeks I've ever seen, or a couple of days, because of the whole polar vortex thing. At the time I'm uploading this, 2019 Groundhog Day. Oh my god, it was like negative 17 degrees yesterday, and I just went outside and was like, holy fucking shit. Now it's going to be like 50-something tomorrow for Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know. Whatever. The weather is weird around here. But anyways, welcome in, everybody. Very excited because for today, I'm going to talk about one of my all-time favorite movies, Groundhog Day. Every year I get towards February 2nd, like, okay, I'll upload a video on Groundhog Day. I'll upload a video on Groundhog Day. I'll upload a review on Groundhog Day. I'm like, and finally it just came to the point where I'm like, you know what? I better just do an after the movie yet before I, just don't. But yeah, so Groundhog Day, one of my absolute favorite films of all time, stars Bill Murray, Andie MacDowell, directed by Harold Ramis. And the plot of this movie is basically it's centered around this dude named Phil Connors, who is a weatherman who gets stuck covering the Groundhog Festival in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. And, it takes the setting Groundhog Day, but it does something unique with it. But basically, it uses the Groundhog Day setting. This dude, Phil Connors, he's a real jerk, so he's, basically Venkmaning, but like to a higher level, I'd say. And in essence, he gets stuck repeating the same day over and over and over again until he has to learn to better himself, and eventually the time thing stops altogether. Absolutely amazing movie. You see this dude change over time. You see the whole town like repeating itself over and over and over again. You get some great comedic scenes with Bill Murray, and you actually see him learn to change over time. It's an organic change because he repeats the same day hundreds and hundreds of times, and no matter what he does, he can't seem to break free of this day. And at first it starts out as a curse, but then it starts to become like a benefit until finally, over the course of the film, he finally changes his ways, and then he's rewarded by the second day coming. So it's incredible. There's nothing wrong with this movie, in my opinion. Bill Murray's performance is absolutely outstanding. He's got the trademark Bill Murray comedy, but we also get to see, really, I feel like for the first time, the dramatic side of Bill Murray, which, was later became kind of Bill Murray, basically lost in translation onward, was the more dramatic Bill Murray. This is Bill Murray at his best. Harold Ramis it's Bill Murray's best movie. I know some people that may come as a shock were like, well, what about Ghostbusters? I like Ghostbusters, I like Stripes, Caddyshack, and all that. But this is definitively Bill Murray's best movie. You get everything here. You get the drama, you get the comedy, you get the emotional stuff all together. You get some really funny characters like Ned Ryerson, who just comes up here. He's like, Phil Connors, I thought that was you. Ned Ryerson. Oh man, just so many great elements to this thing. I mean, there's just nothing really wrong with it. And now I'm just kind of at a loss for words because I'm like, finally I get the chance to talk about Groundhog Day, and I'm like, fuck, what do I talk about? I guess you can really just talk about scenes. Funny scene after funny scene. The music is good. It's directed well. Just so many great things. Like, the way Phil Connors takes advantage of the day is pretty great. Like, he uses it every day. He learns something different. Where he talks to this one girl named Nancy Taylor, and he's just like, hey, what school did you go to? She's like, oh, why? What are you asking? Thanks. And then the next day comes by, he's like, Nancy Taylor? And he basically just uses the whole day to his advantage to, sleep with this one chick, which is pretty great. And then he meets this girl, played by Andie MacDowell, and he tries to use the day to his advantage, and then he realizes, no matter what he does, he can't seem to woo her. And he just is this whole day becomes a curse, and then he becomes depressed, and he just, tries to commit suicide. Doesn't work. He keeps getting stuck reliving the same day over and over again. No matter what, it's just it doesn't matter anymore. At first he thinks of it as a power. He's shocked, and then he thinks of it as a power. Then he tries to take advantage of that power. Doesn't go so well for him. He just ends up depressed. And then finally he just realizes, you know what? I'm going to try to do something good with my time. So he tries to help this homeless guy. No matter what he does, this dude ends up dying every single day. And then you see, the dramatic side of it, where Bill Murray's acting is really quite special. And then he's just like, you know what, I just got to try and do better. At some point in the movie, he makes the turn, and it really is truly rewarding and fulfilling. And then he just goes around and he just tries to help people with his powers. He learns some skills. He becomes a master piano player, and it's really great to see. And then he just gets really good at pretty much everything. And then everyone's just like, Phil counters. Oh, there's also a really funny Michael Shannon cameo too, which kind of caught me off guard because I'm a big Michael Shannon fan. And then you just see this girl played by Annie McDowell just kind of sees him, doing the better, and then she eventually falls for him. And then eventually, February 3rd hits, and he's just like, let's live here. And it's really a pleasant, it kind of becomes like this pleasant love story towards the end of the film. Like her and Bill Murray have really good chemistry. And then the camera dude, who's just kind of like this really, like gaudy, like dorky type dude, he's great too, Larry. And then you have Brian Doyle Murray's in there too, as like the mayor of this town. Just everything about this movie is pure magic. And it's one of those movies where I watch it every Groundhog Day. Like, I don't necessarily have to watch it. Like, I can watch it any time of the year. But there's just something special. It's like, it's Groundhog Day. I get excited because, like, I kind of save the movie for this day in particular. I can watch it any day. But, like, it's one of those things where it's just, like, every Groundhog Day I just get excited just because I know I'm going to be watching Groundhog Day at some point in the day. I don't know what it is. I just make an event out of it. I even went to go, like, 2 years ago to see it in the theaters with my friend Marlon, who's been in a couple videos. But this is back before I was doing, I think this was, like, the start of after the movie. I probably should have recorded something, but it was super fucking cold. I was, like, 0 degrees when we went to see this thing. And we're all laughing, having a good time. The music is great. It just... everything about this movie just works. I just love it to death. It is in my top... it's in my top 20 for sure. Maybe in top 15, top 10. But if you guys haven't seen Groundhog Day, I pretty much spoiled a lot of the stuff in it. But it truly is a masterpiece of a film. Like, it's Harold Ramis's best movie. It's Bill Murray's best movie. Andy McDowell's best movie. There's nothing you can tell me to say it's not their best movie. I don't know what to say, but I love this movie with all my heart and passion. I wish I could find my DVD, but I think somebody took it. But yeah, Groundhog Day is truly a masterpiece. Everything about it works. It takes the same day plot line, like repeating itself, and it just works. Even whenever I've seen this plot done again, people are just like, oh, it's the Groundhog Day thing. But I don't know, I always kind of fall for this plot. Like, even when I saw Happy Death Day, I'm just like at the end of the movie, they're like, so you mean Groundhog Day? Like, what's Groundhog Day? Like, you've never seen Groundhog Day? I'm like, yeah, Groundhog Day. It's just a great film. But it took the premise of Groundhog Day and did something creative with it. And really, the Groundhog Day is just a setting. Although, like, initially when I saw this movie, I wondered how many times it repeated the same day. And so I thought, what if it's just like the 6 more weeks of winter? But really, like, the more I see it, I kind of like disapprove that theory. But yeah, so truly a masterpiece of a film. Everything about it works. There's nothing bad in this film. I can watch it all the time. In fact, it's one of those movies where the first time you see it, you'll like it, but it's one of those films where you have to keep repeat watching it, and then it just grows on you more and more, kind of like Phil Connors. Like, the movie just, like, it latches itself onto you, and you appreciate it, like, with each rewatch. Like, that's what I mean. Like, every Groundhog Day, I wake up, I'm like, I set my alarm to Sonny and Cher. I Got You, Babe. Just seeing him, like, smash the alarm clock a lot of times is pretty funny. But I set my alarm to Sonny and Cher, I Got You, Babe, every day on Groundhog Day, and then I just wake up and I just tell everybody, hey, it's Groundhog Day, and then people just look at me like, the fuck's your problem, man? Like, I don't know. Maybe one year I'll have to travel to Punxsutawney, but, like, I normally don't because my birthday is the 1st of February, so I don't really travel anywhere. I kind of stay, home. But one year I will travel to Punxsutawney, and I will be there for the Groundhog Day Festival, and then that'll be it, because, I mean, really you have to only do it once, but yeah, I think that's the gist of it all. I'm trying to do this recording awfully quick just because I recorded some other videos today and I got to go to the theater to see How to Train Your Dragon 3. But for those of you watching this, thank you so much for watching. If you have seen Groundhog Day, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I think it's a masterpiece. If you like it, if you dislike it, I'd like to discuss it with you because it's just one of those movies where the more you watch it, the more you enjoy it. And I just can't get enough of this movie. I may not watch it every single day throughout the year, but when it comes to Groundhog Day, you bet your ass I make a holiday out of it. I don't know, it's weird, because like with some movies, like during the Christmas season, you get forced to kind of watch like all these things, and I love Christmas movies to death. It's like, okay, I better like put on Christmas Vacation because it's like a tradition. But this is one of those traditions where I'm just like, I look forward, I get excited to watch this movie, because, like I said, I watch it throughout the year, but there's something special about watching it on Groundhog Day. And every Groundhog Day, just, I joke about it, and people laugh, and just have a good time with it. It's just one of those special movies. So, that's all I gotta say. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to when I post this video at some point today. And, yeah, that's what's up. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta go see How to Train Your Dragon 3, and enjoy Groundhog Day. So, happy Groundhog Day to everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/SeanJTKing, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. Go see Groundhog Day if you haven't. Or if you have, rewatch it, because Groundhog Day fucking rocks. Alright, I've talked long enough. Take care now. Bye-bye then. This review's kind of all scattered all over the place, but nothing else to say, but I got you, babe. Okay, that's terrible. I'm just gonna kind of cut it here. Alright, bye-bye. Oh no. What the fuck? February 2nd? Oh shit, the same day's repeating itself. Oh well.